Hey, so this video is going to be specifically about medication. I'm going to make a couple videos today, so I'm going to look the same in a couple videos. But this is specifically about medication, and let me just first start off by saying that I have a Twitter. It's twitter.com/hope4anxiety, the number 4, hope, number 4, anxiety. I'll link it below, but I really wanted to start Twitter. Never was really big into Twitter, but I really wanted to start it so people that have the same things that I deal with, it could just kind of be like this little community. I have, something going on Facebook, but I think it'd be really good for Twitter. So if you're not following me, follow me on Twitter. Okay, so medication. Um, where do I begin talking about medication? So I, for people that have not watched my videos or have not been following me, I pretty much have had anxiety my entire life. I have panic disorder and I have generalized anxiety disorder. I think I probably have had it my whole life. I started to notice that I had like an issue, and I first recognized it when I was 19. So that was back in like 1999. Um, and then my anxiety got to the point where it became, debilitating, where normal everyday things I couldn't do anymore. That was back in 2009, 2010. I was in a really bad relationship, and it was like, it's like anxiety is like a fine line. I'm sorry, I'm writing down notes. Um, so it's like a fine line. Like, I was dealing with it my whole life, but something happened like back in 2009, 2010 that I'm always under stress, by the way. Like, I've always been under stress my entire life, but something happened in 09, 2010, and I can't even like tell you exactly what it was, but it's like there's a line, and once you like cross over that line, then there's like no turning back. It's like a cliff. Like, once you fall off the cliff, like you just fell off the cliff. Like, you can't just get back up. That's like how I feel with my anxiety. So something happened. I was in the emergency room multiple times. Everyone told me I was fine, nothing was wrong. Well, come to find out, um, I had like these anxiety disorders because, I never knew what they were called. Like, I never put a name to it. It wasn't until one time I was in the ambulance, and I'm sorry, I did say this in another video before, but one time I was in an ambulance, and a paramedic said to me, you have anxiety issues? And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. No. Like, I didn't know what to say. I just didn't even know. He's like, oh, it sounds like you might have anxiety issues. And then I started doing research, and I went to a therapist, and it was like, bingo. Like, there's a lot of things like doctors and people tell me, and I just write it off. But I know for sure that I have the panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder. Um, so, yeah, getting back to the topic of medication, sometimes medication works great for people. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Some people are in between. I'm like in the in between spectrum. So I think, should be on medicine. So this is what my doctor says. My doctor says that I can take this medication if I want to. She prescribed me. Well, I've been prescribed a whole host of things, like multiple doctors, psychiatrists. Um, but I don't trust the doctors ever. And that's one thing with anxiety. It's like you always question the doctors. So I never really trust the doctors. So it's almost like no matter what they say or write me, I'm just going to kind of blow off. Well, my doctor now, I actually trust her. I really like her. So she she had mentioned, when I first started seeing her a few years ago, she had mentioned about, getting on medication if I wanted to. And I'm like, no, no, I'm really against medication. And she was just like, okay. She didn't say, hey, this is imperative you be on it. She was just okay with that. She's like, well, I think that it would do good for you, but, you have to be willing to take it. So, whatever. And she asked me what I was doing for my anxiety. And I told her what I thought I was doing to help my anxiety, but nothing really ever really helps my anxiety. So, she wrote me a few things. Like, whenever I would mention, like, hey, I think maybe I want to try something, she would write me things for it. I've been written a script for Ativan, which is in the same class of medications as Xanax, like benzodiazepines, I believe they are. But I have taken Xanax like a long time ago, like one time, and it really did work. So now I have like 3 Ativan to take in case I have a panic attack. Um, and the reason that I even got those is I had a really, really bad panic attack, and I called and they prescribed me 3 Ativan. But by the time I picked them up, the panic attack was over. So I do have them in my purse, so it's almost like a little safety net just in case I need them. I know they're there, but I don't want to take them if I don't have to. Um, so that's for the Ativan. I've been prescribed Buspar, which I believe is a mild tranquilizer, and I actually did take it twice. Only one time. Like, I took it once, and then I had a really bad side effect, which I don't know if it was a real bad, if it was truly a bad side effect of the medication or it was just an effect of me having the anxiety. Um, what it was is I took the medicine at night, and then like in the middle of the night I woke up and I just had like insomnia. My anxiety was really, really bad. Like, it was really, really bad. And it was probably just psychological taking the medicines, but I didn't take it anymore. And then like a month later, I decided to take it again. And then I felt the same thing. Like, I got really agitated and my heart started racing. I started sweating. And again, probably psychological, I don't know, but I just didn't want to take the chance. I told my doctor, and she said, let's put you on something that's more, like long term. So she prescribed me Effexor XR. Now, I told her, she already knew, but I told her, I don't like taking medication. She's like, well, let's prescribe this and see what happens, like how you do on it. And again, it was like if I was willing to take it, and it wasn't like you have to be on this medication or you're going to end up in a mental institution or whatever. Like, it wasn't anything like that. So, is it ever anything like that? I don't know. But so she gave me the Effexor XR, and I was about to take it. Plus, I have a friend that is on that, and he told me that it kind of helps him. So that even made, like, whenever people with anxiety, especially me, trust someone or can relate a personal experience to something, it's like you will do it more, because a lot of times, like, I just don't trust people. I just don't trust what people tell me. So the fact that he said about, taking this medicine, I was kind of feeling good about, like, okay, I'm going to take this. Everything's going to get, better. Because I text him in the doctor's office, actually. And that's whenever I had the mindset, like, I was going to take it. Well, then my doctor, like, she left the room. She came back in. And then she told me that my anxiety will get worse for 2 weeks before it gets better. She said the medicine takes about 2 weeks to, I guess, start working, and then at 6 weeks it's like the full effect working. So she told me for the first 2 weeks it's going to get worse, and she said you have the Ativan if you need it. Well, I just don't like taking any pills anyways, and to me my anxiety is already like unbearable, really, really bad, like, affects the quality of your life bad. So I thought to myself after she said that, I'm like, well, it's already as bad as it can be. I can't have it get any worse. So I decided to not take it, because even though maybe after 6 weeks it will get better, I just can't stand it being worse for 2 weeks. And I read really bad things about people getting off Effexor and saying that, it was like a horrible, horrible drug to get off. And then some people had great results with it. So, please don't take me talking about it, for you deciding. Like, of course, you always have to talk to your doctor about that stuff and what's best for your situation. It's just, I'm so scared for my anxiety to get worse. Like, I don't want it to be the way it is now. So the fact that it can get worse, why would I take a medication and get worse for 2 weeks? Yes, to get better would be great, but I don't want to get worse first. you know? So that's just the whole thing with that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she said that it will get worse. She didn't say maybe. I kind of wish she didn't even say that. But then again, I'm glad she did say that, because then if she didn't say that and I took it and it got worse, then I would have just stopped taking it and just been done with it. So at least she gave me the warning. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about medications? Like, do you like taking your medications? Are you totally against taking medications? Like I said, always do what your doctor tells you to do. But I don't know. Like, I just, sometimes I used to think like medications were just kind of a, like for anxiety, medications were kind of a, I don't know how to put it, like a cover up. Like, it's not really fixing the problem. You're taking medication, but it's not really fixing the root of the problem. But at the same time, now I kind of realize taking medication like helps you as you're fixing the root of the problem, and the point is not to stay on medicine forever. So I'm really torn. Like, do I like just take it? Do I just not take it? I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of torn. So that's my video about medication, and watch my other videos as well, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to my Twitter. Thanks for watching.